Fall scents, fall scents, fall scents. Today we've got the fall scents from the damn Yankee Beard Company. So welcome guys, my name's Brian. Thank you for joining me here on the Beards and Banjos YouTube channel where we try to help you grow your best beard possible. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you caught our live stream last Friday night, we did the release of the back to school fall scent collection with Pete. Pete was on here with me, so go back and check that out if you want. You can hear a little bit of the inspiration behind these 4 scents. It's kind of like the wizarding world, if you know what I mean. But we've got 4 scents. I'm going to tell you all about them and tell you which ones I like. And then yesterday he released what's called the Carnival of Souls, which is, he's released them as fall, but he's actually going to add to this. So this is going to be like an ongoing permanent collection. So we've got 2 scents there that we will talk about and rank them for you because why not? All right, so let's see what we have here. So let's go over the 4 scents from the back to school collection. All right, so one of them is called Forbidden Forest. It's green, it is very earthy. It's cedar, black spruce, and moss. And it smells like you are out digging in the dirt around some spruce trees, evergreen kind of trees. You can actually smell the dirt. So this one is really earthy. I mean, really earthy. So if you're into earthiness and woods, Forbidden Forest would be right up your alley. Very authentic smelling. Pete really prides himself on not having things that smell like fragrances necessarily. So these do smell very authentic. Next up, we've got Butterbeer. And Butterbeer is butterscotch, rum, and spices. And when I say spices, I mean cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cardamom. And this one is very sweet. This is sweeter than anything I ever remember getting from Pete. He usually kind of steers away from that, but it matched the theme of what he was going for. So you definitely get the butterscotch and rum backing. And then I don't get tons of the spices. So I think it's there just for a little bit more depth and roundness to it. This one's lasts a pretty good while too. This one lasts just about all day, pretty much on the stronger side. I've tried all of these in my beard except for the Forbidden Forest. I've tried that on my hand there for a while, but I hadn't had a chance to wear that in my beard. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Next up, we have the restricted section. Kind of smells like the old library restricted section. If you've read the books, you know what I'm talking about. So this is cedar, vanilla, lavender, vetiver, sage, leather, and mahogany. So let me see what I get on this again. I wore this one on Friday night. So I get like, I think I get the vetiver and the lavender coming in about the same time as the leather and mahogany and cedar. And then you get sage, and I don't really get a lot of vanilla out of it. So this is a different kind of leather scent. If you really like leather, you definitely want to check this one out. But it's got more of a bite, a little bit of a bitterness to it. So this is not sweet at all. So if you're like those kind of scents, this one would be up your alley. If you like kind of the darker, non-sweet scents, same thing for the Forbidden Forest. No sweetness there whatsoever. And then the last one in the back to school collection is called Pumpkin Juice, but there's no pumpkin in it. So it was a little bit misleading. This is apple. Don't ask me. Ask Pete. He can tell you all about it. So let's see. This one is crisp apple, oak barrel, and then those same spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cardamom. But you don't get very much of the spices. So you do want to make sure you understand that because I've had all kinds of gamuts of that. You get, an apple spice kind of thing. Sometimes it's more spicy and cinnamony, and then just a little bit of apple. This one's not. This one's mostly like a fresh, crisp apple. And the oak barrel, to me, it's like you go to so you go out to the apple orchard and you buy a bushel of apples, but it comes in a cardboard box. Because I've been to the mountains of North Carolina, guy that's got bushels of apples in a cardboard box. You stick your head down in that box after the apples are gone, and that's what you get, kind of that smell. And then maybe somewhere in the back, somebody's cooking some apple cider or something, but it's not very much on the spices. It's more the appley, oak barrel kind of scent. Really have enjoyed that one. Wore this one today. So one of the better apple scents that I've ever smelled, for sure. So that one's actually called Pumpkin Juice. a little bit weird. By the way, the prices on this, guys, $16.99 for the regular blend oil, $17.99 for the Sterling blend. If you have not tried the Sterling blend, you need to try the Sterling blend. One of the best things I've ever put in my beard. You can check out a video up here. We did the release on the channel here as well a few months ago, earlier on in the year. But that's $17.99, well worth a try if you have not tried the Sterling blend. By the way, I am an affiliate with Damn Yankee, so you can save 20% with Banjo 20. Thank you for Pete for trusting me to represent his company for him. 2-ounce butter is $11.99, which is an awesome price for a butter. It's 2 ounces, which is smaller than some people have 4 ounces, but this is a really good price. Oil butter combo for $26.99, a 1-ounce balm. So if you're like, I don't use much balm, it comes in a 1 ounce. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. So it's $9.99, but you can also get these in, which you don't see a lot with fall special release scents, conditioner, 8-ounce conditioner, 8-ounce wash, 8-ounce body wash. Those are all $18.99 each before the 20% discount. All right. But we do have 2 more scents to go. We have the Carnival of Souls. And this is really neat. So the Carnival of Souls, we've got 2 scents that he's released now, kettle corn and churros. And it's a little bit of a spooky haunted house kind of thing. And I don't know if you can see this. We have Pete has antiqued the bottles. Look at the cap on that. It looks, kind of like it's rusted a little bit, like it's been sitting on a shelf for years and years. That's just the outside of it. The inside is fresh and pristine as you can be. But that was pretty cool. Pete is really creative with some of the stuff he does. I just dig his whole creative process. I can tell he's a musician and puts a lot of thought into this. And, you can tell it's really a labor of love for him. By the way, he has just recently switched over to being full-time into the Damn Yankee Beer Company. So you're helping to feed the family again on that. So make sure you give him a little bit of support there. If you can, try these great scents. But churros is the first one we'll talk about, and that's what it smells like, a churro, which is a little bit of like fried dough and cinnamon sugar, and you smell that. But these 2 scents that I'm going to talk about are sweet, but they're not overbearing, and they don't last all day long. You're going to get, a couple hours out of it, but it kind of smooths out. This one smooths out into a cinnamon, like cinnamon sugar. So if you like cinnamon, this would be one for you. It does smell just like a churro and cinnamon sugar to start with, and then it smooths out and just kind of becomes a cinnamon scent. So that's a great type of fall scent. And then the last one is kettle corn. I would tell you, I was extremely surprised with kettle corn because it's buttered popcorn and caramel. I've had a couple other scents that had the buttered popcorn in it, and it was okay, but not the greatest. This one is really good. Once again, it's smooth and it's not super long lasting. But it's nice and sweet. If you like sweeter scents, you like some sweet scents, give this one a try. I think you're going to like it because it's blended extremely well. Like I said, I was very pleasantly surprised with it. So make sure you check that one out. By the way, you can get samples. I think they're like $2.99 for samples, or you can get a sample pack of these 2 together, and then also a sample pack on the back to school together on that. My code's not good on the samples because they're already super cheap to you guys. But let me rank these things just because. So I would tell you, coming in last place for me, that Forbidden Forest, it's great in idea for me, but I don't think I can wear it in my beard. It's just the spruce and the earthiness and the moss. It's not something I don't think I want to wear in my beard, but that's just me. So that's 6th place. Coming in 5th place for me is the butter beer. It's just a little bit too sweet with the butterscotch and rum for me. I can see some guys definitely liking this. If you like really into the sweet scents, check that out. Coming in a 4th place for me would be, wait a minute, am I right? Yeah, 4th place for me would be the restricted section, which is a really neat take on like old books with the leather, but also the vetiver. So it's not sweet at all, which is a little bit different. A lot of times just a regular leather is inherently sweet. This one's not. All right. And then the top 3, which are ones that I would definitely go back to and choose to wear on my own. We'll say that 3rd place here is the churros. the churros. That smells really good. And then I'm not into cinnamon all the time, but certain times of year, like the fall right now, fall festival season and all that kind of stuff, churros would be a great choice. And coming in second place for me is the pumpkin juice, one of the best apple scents. Crisp apple, oak barrel, and just a little bit of spices on the back end is really good. And then surprisingly, out of these six, I like the kettle corn the best. I really enjoy it. So if you trust my taste and scents, I know a lot of you guys do. You always like hearing my takes on things. That's what I like. You guys, your mileage may vary, but definitely worth checking out. Remember, you can save 20% with the code BANJO20. Makes everything very affordable and fun because, who doesn't like fall and fall scents and fall festivals and wizards and all that cool stuff. But anyway, Pete, great job on the fall scents this year. I can't wait to see what else you've got in store coming up. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next video.